And we're back.
Lord. We were gone.
We stopped. I literally just stopped it and restarted it. Yeah, I loaned out cash. About $100,000. That day we was due to have a little chat. To get it in his pay chat back date, see? So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yes, I won $500,000. He got lucky, you know? Real lucky.
I like how he roars when he does his voice acting.
If that waitress hadn't done what she done, everything would have been over.
There is actually a contradiction to the bed. This is weird. Now, I see that the principal amount you loaned Mr. L was $50,000.
Yeah, well, you've got the VIG to take into account. Interest builds up fast, you know.
The VIG?
That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice his principal.
What's VIG?
I have no idea.
And the payment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question.
Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He got that $500,000 just in time. So I ain't had no reason to kill the kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case. His motive? He has to have one, but what is it?
Well, it's obvious what it is, but I don't know if we can present it right in this one. I'm not sure. I think you have to present the CD, because he wants to get the CD to pay back his own debt.
I believe that is. Cash about $100,000. That day we should have a little chat to get it at his payback date. So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. About to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yes, I won $500,000. He got lucky, you know, real lucky. If that waitress hadn't done what she done,
this one.
Everything would have been over.
This is where I believe the contradiction is. I don't know if you're going to present the CD or the contract. But simply put, he wanted that in order to pay back his own debt. That would have been his motive. He wanted their CD because it was.
How does that contradict this statement, though?
No, I just remember this statement being important to contradict. It's just something from memory. I don't remember what it is.
It then.
Basically, the crime would still be committed.
The waitress, you mean? The girl with the glasses in the defendant's chair. Who else could I mean? If she hadn't gotten in the way, things would have been bada bing, bada boom, over and done with. Maybe I should push a little harder on this. Ask how things would have been.
I think that's it, yes.
What do you mean things would have been over and done with? Are you all there or what? I'm talking about the cash. I was there to get my $100,000 back. That's all. I'm a businessman. It was all coming together before that waitress got in the way.
As far as I can tell from the witness's testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tigre had no motive for killing the victim.
Moo.
Yeah, I think it's witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect on what you just said.
You went from the Tigre to La Vaca. The tiger's motive, huh?
But, I believe this is it. Because he would have wanted the rest of the money.
It was after the 100,000. Didn't have no other reason to kill the guy. So what? The rest of the money?
I presume the other contract, because if he got the CD, he would have gotten a lot of money.
Okay.
Try it. I think it's that. Yes, it is. Okay.
Such a loose contradiction, though.
I know, but sometimes those contradictions are what they want to do for some reason.
So you just intended to get back the $100,000, Mr. Algogi, correct?
It's problem. I remember particular pain in the asses.
I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right. Unfortunately for Mr. L, I don't believe the $100,000 is what you were after.
What are you getting at, Charles? What else would a money lender be after other than money?
More money?
An idiot.
Oh, the moneylender was after money, but money in a totally different league. The kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch.
What is that? That's like one of those newfangled DCs.
A computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called the MC BOOMER.
Mr. Wright, did you just call me a fucking boomer? It's 2020, my God. Anyways, what does a computer virus do? I never heard of it.
A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the insides of a computer.
A computer? What does one of those do?
I guess the beard isn't the only part of his honor that isn't from the Stone Age. I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important point. A virus like MC Boomer would have been worth several $1 million on the internet.
Several $1 million? What the fuck?
Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glenn Elk had no way to repay the money is crucial.
What?
Glenn Elk was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elk put up in order to borrow the money.
Trying to suggest that Windows motive was to get hold of that program.
Exactly.
Windows may have poor fashion sense, but he is by no means an idiot. Unlike him could get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder.
Of course he could, provided that he had time. But what if he had needed the money right then? When the pressure's on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear.
Do you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright?
So fuck you.
Would you care to share it with us? Why did Mr. Tigray need money to tune of $1 million? And why did he need such a small loan from his father?
In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car crash and a scooter in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent surgery. Where did you get all this info? These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million.
$1 million.
Payment for these expenses was due in December of last year and was paid in full.
A small $1 million? A preposterous sum. Someone should sue these HMOs.
What the fuck is an HMO?
I don't know. Let's take a look.
It's an actual thing, but I don't remember what it stands for.
I'm about to look it up.
Learning new terminology with Phoenix Wright.
HMO. That's not it.
Maintenance organization.
What?
HMO stands for Health Maintenance Organization.
Oh, right. To be fair, someone should.
Basically, he's complaining about the NHS, got it.
Remember, healthcare isn't free in America.
America's full of shit, and you need a small loan of $1 million to pay it.
$1 million. Huh. No one would pay a bill like that. The medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up as dead as they more.
But Mr. Tigray had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it.
Order! You say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright?
Indeed it did, simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Cadaverini.
Oh, shit.
Did you just say cadaverini?
No, I said Avada Kedavra.
Bruto Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of all the underworld activities in the city and looks like a fucking avocado. Doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cadaverini, who looks less like an avocado. Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the avocado, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Cadaverini had demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glenn Elk's life to pay your debt.
Oh, this bullshit.
On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigray's sole intention was to get his hands on this CD. Glenn Elk had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigray knew it. But then a miracle happened.
I believe in miracles.
The kind that Mr. Tigray would prefer to say never happened, but he can't. Neither can I.
Where are you from? You're sexy.
You're sexy. The lottery win?
Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Elk won $500,000 on the lottery, which left Mr. Tigray with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way.
Look at this. Wait, Master Hand, what are you doing?
So he resorted to illegitimate means.
It's Salt Bay.
Still there.
That's not Master Hand, that's Crazy Hand.
Crazy.
It's Salty.
See, look, God said it. That's Crazy Hand.
He agrees.
It's the crazy.
He murdered Glenn Elg and then made his next move. To frame Maggie Bird for the crime. Mr. Tigray posed as Glenn Elg, while Viola Cadaverini played the role of Miss Bird. And then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness.
I have a question.
What?
How is he so good at fucking disguising himself? Like, I get Mr. Wright, but bloody Glenelg as well.
I mean, wait till game 3. Phoenix Wright can look at Glenn Elk.
This is game 3.
This is game 3.
Game 4. Follow justice then.
Okay. The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo.
Like I said, Trent, that's crazy. No one would pull off stuff like that. Starters, there's no way the chef could have been kept out of it.
Objection! But Mr. Armstrong knew all about it. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Godot? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too. $500,000, in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tigray's plan.
Order! Silence! Or I'll tell you.
Yous put on a good show, Spiky. What? If yous want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You seen her dressed up like that kid, created a witness, and framed someone. If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that. I agree. What?
I agree.
Despite your appearance, you are very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Bird had no way out.
What? Another one, Mr. Wright?
Another one. Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, try it?
The badge.
What was the
fake
trick
one.
you say, Mr. Trigger, before to frame the accused?
I don't think it's
Look
this
at-
one, but...
Yeah, what on earth is that? What an insult to think anyone would be fooled by such a childish imitation like myself.
Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigray, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago in this very court, you posed as me.
What? That's...
The truth.
What? The witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it?
What?
You're the one who, no doubt it was you, standing here in this very court a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who put the most disrespectful, beautiful, jammy defense I'd ever seen.
Correct.
You proved that, Gramps?
I'll fucking prove it, alright?
Prove that the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was that man? You prepared to take the stand and testify that it was him?
Alright, I'm coming right down there, right now. I'm gonna fucking testify, and you're gonna fucking cry like a little bitch. Go.
You want to say that again, Judge?
As we proceed to the judge's testimony.
Yes, on the trial a month ago.
Judge-mony.
I was here lining up for judge a month ago, and the punk ass little bitch, Phoenix Wright, came up to the witness stand and was like, "Hey, Judge, you're a little bitch." And I was like, I found it very offensive.
Hey, forget about it, yeah? I wouldn't do something like that, not me. You made the mistake, right? It was someone else, huh? Objection. Have you no pride, sir?
It isn't a matter of pride. If you didn't know, that's right. Here in court, we deal with people's lives.
We do.
Yeah, just yesterday, I performed open heart surgery.
As much as I don't want to admit it, Mr. Godot is right.
Your Honor?
Speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced this motherfucker is the attorney who was standing with the witness stand before me. Or who was, whatever. However,
Do you want to do that again?
I'd like to buy a vowel, please. Anyways, I preside over this court as a judge, with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it.
No!
Yes.
If the defense has no further evidence, the court will now excuse the witness. The circumstances surrounding Mr. Tigre are dubious for sure. Like, I wanted to question that motherfucker. Because I was a bitch and nothing's conclusive.
But we've come so far!
Come so far, but in the end, I don't even matter.
Say a line, you job addict.
He impersonated you. Did he impersonate me?
Yes.
Did he impersonate the judge? But none of that adds up to. Did he impersonate Master Mask? None of that adds up to a murder charge.
Fine, Master Mask.
None of that adds up to a murder charge.
Well,
That's what it does add up to. It adds up to an impersonating a lawyer charge, because that is also illegal, you fuck.
But Rob, I didn't realize we're on game 5 already.
Don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee.
Yarg!
Novels.
Swimming in the ocean. Hey, Phoenix, what league chapter do you make?
I thought that was more of a secret character.
Huh? Sucks to be you, right? On the Avenue Q. Don't mess with that tiger or you're gonna get mauled, you got that?
Wait, what did he say? Did he say I have a new Q?
I said, sucks to be you on Avenue Q. Avenue Q's great, shut up. All he managed to do here was chase him around a bit. And I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt.
Like, who's great?
Avenue Q is great.
Never heard of it before.
It's funny.
Okay.
Ha! It sucked. Looks like I won't be needing a refill. We're fucking done here. Isn't that right, Wright?
Right.
I just had one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence and maybe I could get Maggie off the hook.
This witness's cross-examination is over. You're free to go, Mr. Tigre. Go watch around in the kiddie park or something. Oh, I can't be just leaving. What the fuck? Oh, shit.
Oh boy!
Wait.
Detective!
Detective Gumshoe!
Sorry it took so long, pal. I
Were you in the bathroom again?
maybe. I checked everything on this. My badge works. Here it is. My heart's counting on this too.
What is this, detective?
Isn't it obvious, pal?
No.
It's the final, decisive piece of evidence.
You fucking what? What?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, what does that say? I just could have just come in here and just fucking starts mouthing off the judge. No.
Didn't know Master Mask was on the stand.
So it took so long, pal was talking over me.
What were you saying, Rob?
I said, could everyone stop talking over George, poor guy.
Sure you were gonna say that. But I finally got the results from the lab.
The results.
About the prince, pal, for this medicine to pull.
Oh, so do you know who the prince belonged to now?
Think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course
Yes.
I know.
You don't want to know the
Yes,
answer to
you
that
are.
question. So, tell us, they're the tigers, right? I knew it.
You bet. Clear as crystal, all over the bottle. A fury tigre is poor prince, alright.
That's great, we got him now, Nick. What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. He's laid everything on the line for this, Nick. I know.
Rob.
Look, I'm sorry. This is kind of hard to say, but it
Rob.
really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on that bottle now. What?
Rob, I need to go grab a drink real quick because I'm gonna need to down something for the bullshit that's about to come up.
All right, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I'll be right back.
why not?
What we need to produce at this stage in the trial is irrefutable evidence that the tiger put poison in Glenelg's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on the bottle, this really doesn't make any difference now.
I knew it. Great. No matter how hard I try, I'm never ready.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself.
It's our last chance to help Maggie. And I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time. It's alright. I'm a real loser. It's not breaking news to me, pal. Why is Gumshoe my spirit animal?
Oh god damn it, Joe.
I believe this is
Maggie.
Maggie, so...
It's Maggie, yeah.
Detective Gumshoe?
Maggie!
Been working on something for me.
Sorry to let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. But I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff, I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
Said I'll get out of your head now, but it's fine.
Right.
Mr. Gumshoe, you just ran into that wall over there.
Ow!
Isn't there anything we can do now, Nick? I wish there was.
Look, we're going before we cross the
Gumshoe worked
street.
so hard to get that evidence. If only there was some way I could use it.
Oh boy, Rob, no, Rob. Okay, Rob. Okay, so are you all listening right now?
You're about to see the most interesting...
I cracked open a cold one to this bullshit because I'm ready for this shit. Because oh my god.
Yeah, you're about to see the most loyally disconduct you've ever seen.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
I granted you a recess so you can prepare this decisive evidence. I have this drink right here. Because I know it's going to be full of shit.
Yes.
Godot, I see you're prepared too.
Keep us on suspense, try to show us. Naturally. We can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court, can't we?
Think, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste. How much more of my time are yous gonna waste? I ain't been to no court before. But yous lawyers sure know how to blow things out of proportion.
No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright.
Well, I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence. I'm really backed into a corner here. But maybe if he thinks he's got me beat, he'll let his guard down a bit.
Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Present this final decisive piece of evidence to the court, while I take a swig of my mug.
This is the defense's final piece of evidence.
Is that the victim's...
Your Honor! Naturally, the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tigre. What?
But Mr. Wright, what conclusions are you hoping to draw from this new information?
Everyone in here knows what this bottle contains, except one man. One person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark. That prints are on that pansy-looking bottle, is that what you're saying? Well, what the hell's in it anyway? A phony trial, a phony lawyer, and phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence.
Oh my god.
Mr. Tigre, this
is
decisive
why
piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains... potassium cyanide.
Guys, I hope you're hearing this.
This is the bottle containing the potassium cyanide.
Potassium cyanide?
The poison used to murder Mr. Elg, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that? You'd make a good clown, you know that? What? Those ain't never gonna get this to stick. You's just making me laugh now.
He's the entire circus, I'll have you know.
You think a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the tiger? A bluff? I can see straight through you, Making Stripe. That ain't the bottle with the cyanide in it.
I hear you laughing.
No, this is the bottle we found traces of poison in. Don't mess with the tiger or you's gonna get ripped to shreds. The cyanide bottle was brown and it was made of glass. That cheap piece of trash don't look nothing like it.
Rob, that was fucking bullshit.
This is the dumbest way to win a trial.
This is the dumbest shit.
I think someone just dark bribed their own solemn judgment.
No. Someone dark by public read.
Oh, Jesus. Got him, at last. What? Why has everyone gone quiet? I said that bottle... Is this the bottle you're referring to? Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle the cyanide was in. But you ain't gonna find my prints on that bottle. Don't let that cozy-looking suit fool you people. That lawyer's just playing games. Tell him to go. Tell that guy where to go.
I'm sorry. Why are you this stupid? Did you really just get said?
What I said? What'd I just say? You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, you shouldn't have known all the little details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. Good. But just now, you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom.
Even
You
me.
described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison. You don't know who you's messing with. I'm the tiger. I could throw millions of dollars on the black market.
No, he just got the corona, guys.
You think I'm just gonna let some jumped-up suit get the better of me? Sure, the last piece of evidence was phony. But that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with a phony lawyer, it was all played out by you, the biggest phony of all.
Rob, I hope you're ready. Oh shit, he's going back to the 90s, guys. He's going
He's
back
turning
to the 90s.
into a flashback.
And that is the greatest death that anyone can stop. He even caused a blackout. What's going on? How the fuck did you make it go black in the middle of the fucking day?
I succeeded, Lawrence. Fuck you.
Succeeded at what?
I succeeded at holding the roll until it finished.
I'm going. Yeah, it wasn't even that long. So.
You sound like you were gargling.
It looks like a blackout.
Well done, Trey. You broke the fucking courtroom. Saved my 30 cup of coffee just for you.
And I broke your skull.
Favorite.
Guys, I thought Godot was bitter, not salty.
While you watched your caged prey.
Wow, what a bitch, he's so salty.
Can you just literally handed it to him?
But if
Right,
you don't understand, he puts salt in it.
Home and this one hollers, he won't be let go. That's what we say? What do you say, Rob?
I said, why didn't you pass it to him? Because the coffee had some salt in it. It's the salty cup.
The prosecution will be sure to take care of Mr. Tigre, won't you, Mr. Godot?
Being arrested on suspicion of murder of Glenn Ogeron.
Fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a grave error, a very grave one. Miss Bird was found guilty in absence of a genuine defense attorney.
Yes, she was.
And in the absence of genuine evidence, the the tiger made one mistake.
Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue. That was fucking bullshit, right? Fucking bullshit. He's very a terrifying criminal. Truly frightening. Yep.
Ah. Truly frightening one. The defense attorney over there.
Goodell.
Well, I am now in position to deliver my verdict. This court finds the defendant Maggie Bird. No, I can't be able to say. Yo, just throw the confetti. I'm done. That is all. Fuck off. I'm going home.
Okay.
This was bullshit.
I think the roar killed my throat.
Well, guys, Rob's dead. Can't believe you. Rob, no, he got the corona, guys. Watch out.
Shut up, Lawrence.
Mr. Wright, I sorry, I'm rebooting. It was so worse.
Wait, Lisa Brazil was you?
Ah, shit.
I guess she's been afflicted by the MC Boomer. Congratulations,
Kill
Maggie.
you, bitch. I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago. But now I feel like I can forgive him.
Hey, that wasn't even me, Maggie. That was the tiger. Look,
Why is
Nick,
everyone such an idiot?
in the doorway. It's the legendary Gumshoe. The head of Gumshoe.
I'm gonna catch it.
Uh,
Later.
Wait. Catchbox, come back.
Detective Gumshoe?
Oh yeah, congratulations, Maggie.
Thanks.
I knew you were innocent all along.
Why didn't you say that in the testimony then?
Irrelevant.
That's his fucking job.
Yeah, it's irrelevant.
I'm not that incompetent. I was, well, guess I'll be heading off then, so.
Gumshoe,
Wait up,
the other
detective.
wall.
He just ran off. Maggie,
The
why are
other
you being so
wall.
hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle.
Wasn't even any use.
But
The fuck? Ah.
Only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. The Gumshoe was just running around in circles.
Honestly, Maggie annoys me in this case just because of this shit. It's like,
Fuck you,
dude,
voice in my head.
poor guy.
dude.
Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him. Can't you put in a good word for him, Nick? Yeah, Maya's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it.
Gumshoe. It's like Gumshoe.
Maggie, you know, Detective Gumshoe has been really worried about you through all of this.
I need to believe that, sir. On that first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up.
He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective, you fucking moron. He has to report the facts.
That's
Fucking
me. That's
hell.
why he thought I might have done it.
No, we just said he's fucking got a job. What the fuck is wrong
I've
with your
got to
ears?
prove her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I
Does she
know.
not have ears, Rob?
I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom.
We need time.
give her Gumshoe's weenie.
Here you are, a present to celebrate your freedom.
Went quiet, by the way.
Yeah, you went quiet. A present from Detective Gumshoe, made with a ton of love. He said you lost weight and he was worried about you.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sure to eat his weenie.
It's really like weenies, you know.
Did you guys hear that?
Tea Grace.
I'm pretty hungry myself, you know. Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it?
I ate lunch, motherfucker, so I ain't hungry.
So Maya also wants to eat Gumshoe's weenie.
Phoenix Wright's getting cut.
Wait, Iffy. You didn't tell me that Sector Gumshoe was Kabukuk.
Holy shit! Grandma once says you must cook the world. Is it okay if I eat this now?
So how is it, Maggie?
Oh my god.
It's already good. Already big weenies in here.
Can't fit it more in my mouth.
God, you're all awful. So this case of phony versus genuine comes to an end. The false allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up. And who knows? Maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start.
Nah, we don't see her again in this case, man. She's dead. She's never coming back. She's gone. We're done. She's done. So
Back later than she.
Episode 3.
5,000 weenies.
For one
Recipe
game.
for Turnabout. The end.
Well, that was nice.
was it? What? What was?
Yeah, man. So what
Context
weenie.
needed, George. Come on.
I just thought it was a nice story. It's all wrapped up at the end, and it's a happy ending.
Alright,
Wait,
that
where's
was Recipe for Turnabout. We'll see you guys next time. See you around.